Hello and welcome to the Mar Project. Good evening, everyone. Mara Chua here, and yes, it is nighttime again as I'm filming this because night is the only time I'm actually able to film when I'm at home. So yes, this is another episode of Peaches Reviews Pages, which is my vlog tie-in with my official book blog called Peach Pink Pages. I always get to mix up the titles of both the vlog version and the blog post. So I am filming at home again because, well, I'm not able to meet up with Jerome at the moment to help me film. But again, also special shout out to Jerome for proofreading another blog post. So today I'm going to be telling you guys a bedtime story. Well, it's not really a bedtime story because this is a book that scared the living shit out of me. So today we are going to be talking about this book called Tiny Pretty Things. So before I begin this commentary or book review, trigger warning. So there will be implications of self-harm. There will also be mentions of eating and mental disorders. There's grooming, or at least like instances. There is harassment, substance usage, and I know that this sounds like madness for a teen or YA novel. So if you are watching this video, the video version at least, feel free to click the link in the description box below, which will take you to the official blog post, so you can follow along if you would like a transcript or just follow along with the post. So let's begin. But wait, me, Mara Chua, writing about young adult books in 2025? Wait, hear me out before you guys bring out the pitchforks and torches. If you're on the book blog page right now, if you read my last confession from 2023, for those who have been sticking around long enough, I do still find solace in young adult novels. They teach me things I wish I learned from when I was still a teenager. Young adult novels, as a fully grown adult now, are more enjoyable because they remind me of how teenagers can be reckless but still mature in the end. However, I don't know if I can say the same thing about, hopefully I did not butcher these names, Sona Karai Potra and Doniel Clayton's 2015 teen novel called Tiny Pretty Things. While out on a mall date with Jerome last December too, I picked up this book from the free book box I often visit. Hence why this is another episode of Mara's Finds. So this is the fourth installment of Mara's Finds, the new mini-series on my blog site. The majority of this book takes place in an elite ballet school in Manhattan, New York. The story is told from three different perspectives, all of which have disturbing and unsettling backstories. Their parts of the story get more and more uncomfortable the farther you read. So it stars three different characters. First, we have Bette. It's spelled as Bette. I don't know if you pronounce it as Betty, like Betty Boop, or Bette Davis, like that one song. So we have Bette Abney. I'm just gonna say Bette for the majority for the whole video. So we have Bette Abney, a ballet prodigy who feels overshadowed by her older sister Adele, like the singer. The Abney family has been largely known in Manhattan's ballet community, especially as donors of the ballet school. Bette is a beautiful young woman with the perfect blonde hair and blue eyes combination. However, streaks of jealousy and insecurity cause her to become reckless. Up next, we have Korean-American Kim E-jun, aka June like the month, with a mysterious past due to a father she has never met. June is tired of being the understudy in every grand ballet performance and wishes to rise to the top for once. She'll do just about anything to make it, even if she has to resort to illegal, unsafe means, such as constantly losing weight and starving herself. Lastly, we have Giselle, I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. We have Giselle Stewart, a black girl who is discriminated upon because of her skin color. Much like Bette, she has been dancing since she was a kid. Luck strikes her when she becomes the lead performer in two different shows in the story. But that very same activity could be what kills her. Gigi, her nickname, suffers from ventricular septal defect, or a hole in her heart. All her life, she has had surgeries and various medications in order to fix her condition, but she only got worse. Still, this hasn't stopped her from dancing, even if the very act is dangerous in itself. The only problem is that she has to wear a heart monitor type of watch, and she cannot, by any means, experience any intense emotions, especially love. The novel opens up through a fourth character's point of view. Cassandra Lucas, aka Cassie, is the lead role in an upcoming show. She practices with her friends and classmates William O'Reilly, and Alec Lucas, who is her cousin, and Bette Abney, Alec's girlfriend. Will and Cassie are performing together, but as he's about to lift Cassie up and twirl her in a grand finale, Cassie is dropped off the stage by Will himself. The prologue, which started out sweet with scenes of friends bonding, ends in tragedy when Cassie's body is severely injured by the stunt. In the American Ballet Conservatory, dancers hide the most disturbing secrets that could endanger the lives of others. Bette just wants to be as great as her ballet star sister Adele, but how far would Bette go to achieve such perfection? Simple. By using her family's wealth to get her way. Bette is a nepo baby, don't you think? She is also dating Alec Lucas, the son of Dominic aka Dom Lucas, who is the president of the conservatory. Bette will do anything to maintain her status as an Abney. I guess you can say throughout the novel, Bette will lose her abnegation points. Alec does not really like the side of Bette, domineering, manipulative, jealous, and insecure. Alec wants an escape from Betty's grip. He'll investigate the secrets of the school and the secrets of his friends, reach out to his injured cousin Cassie, who is in rehab, to figure out what shattered the friendship between Bette and Alec's gay best friend Will. June has secrets too. June wants to have the ideal K-idol weight, but in order to do that, she'll have to stop eating or barely eat at all. June must weigh 104 pounds, which was described in the novel, but anyone who uses anything but the matrix system. So she must weigh 104 pounds and above, or at least 47 kilograms, or else she will be kicked out of the school. June also struggles with her own identity and battles social anxiety. Feeling invisible from always being the understudy, June wishes to be seen and heard. Shutting herself from the world started when she lost her best friend, Kwon Sejin. Her former roommate and childhood ex-best friend, Sejin has turned into June's bully. Sejin and Ijun's friendship was severed when once Sejin kissed Ijun out of curiosity. Sejin is a closeted lesbian? Who wanted to test out her feelings and sexuality by kissing June. However, both girls were taken aback by the kiss and June was made uncomfortable by Sejin's actions. Instead of apologizing, Sejin decided to do a whole 180 and accused June of harassment. The whole rivalry between these former best friends, for me, gave off Morphe Doom Yuri pairing. Clearly, their tension is so strong that even June's occasional teasing as a comeback for Sejin causes her to get easily flustered. Another thing, June is in love with Sejin's boyfriend, I guess, Heiji, aka Jae, basically their English name. Throughout the novel, June and Jae, I'll just say Jae, get into an affair whenever Sejin is not around. Sejin is also a total bitch, but not as much as Bette though, and is protective of her own ego, constantly trying to outsmart June. Meanwhile, speaking of Alec, Gigi's in love with Alec, and he's Bette's boyfriend, isn't he? Well, about that, as it turns out, Alec is also in love with Gigi. Before later breaking up with Bette, Gigi and Alec get into a passionate affair. Gigi's the new girl in school, all eyes are on her. Not because she's just different, but because of her exceptional dancing abilities. Becoming the lead in not one, but two plays must be a dream come true for every aspiring stage star. The only secret she must do her best to hide is her heart condition. One wrong move or too much pressure on her may as well end her life. Initially, June is jealous of the role Gigi gets in the fall and winter season play, The Nutcracker. Gigi is the star as the sugar plum fairy, with June being the fairy understudy. June wants to outsmart or humiliate Gigi in a way that she could lose her role and June becomes the new lead. But as the novel goes on and Gigi's vulnerabilities are exploited, June starts to feel for Gigi and wants to protect her at all costs. Like June, Bette is jealous and feels defeated. She does what she can to sabotage every one of Gigi's performances, especially when Alec breaks up with her to be with Gigi. Bette is such an unlikable character in the sense that she was well written for an antagonist. It started out with simple threats. Stay away from my boyfriend type of blackmail, from photos or lipstick writings on mirrors, until the pranks become twisted and terrifying. While thinking of ways to ruin Gigi's career, she copes with her insecurities by getting involved with substances whenever she crashes at Adele's place. She also gets into an enemies with benefits setup with Henry Dubois? Dubois? It's a French last name, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Henry Dubois? I'm so sorry. Cassie's ex-boyfriend. He knows every one of Bette's dirty little secrets and blackmails her. Bette's solution? Make out with him to distract him each encounter they get. Gross! But also hot? It's giving Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston for the older readers out there, mixed with The Duff or The Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Cody Keplinger for the teen readers. Bette's bad side becomes deadly when she recruits her minions, and I mean best friends and roommates Eleanor, Alexander, and Liz Walsh to join Bette in her revenge scheme. Then Liz drops out of the school due to falling ill, and sweet Eleanor struggles to tell somebody about the real Bette and how she's becoming afraid of her. Bette also, and I mean in a creepy manner, attempts to seduce a man only known as Mr. K, one of the school's dance instructors, to give Bette better roles in performances because Adele used to do the same. After all, Adele was his favorite dancer. So I guess that's where the grooming allegations settle in. At least that's what I consider it, because he falls for Bette's charms the same way he did with Adele. As the performances draw closer and closer, more secrets are revealed. After the success of the Nutcracker, winter break passes by in a blur. The real drama strengthens when spring season introduces Giselle, a story about a woman who dies of a broken heart after she is rejected by the man she loves. The play stars none other than Gigi herself, the real Giselle. Of course, both June and Bette are fuming over this, especially Bette. How can the Bette Abney of the important Abney family lose again? Bette's threats to Gigi are cleverly delivered. Examples of Betty's pranks include leaving pieces of Alec's love letters to Bette at Gigi's door, or sending Gigi pictures of the former couple together. And wait, physically harming Gigi? A mysterious new series of pranks set out to traumatize Gigi as a means of keeping her away from Alec. The story transforms from a typical teenage drama into a whodunit mystery. So these other pranks, besides the photos and the lipstick writing, are actually no longer Bette's doing. On Valentine's Day, Gigi is gifted a mysterious cookie box. Inside the box are clearly poisoned cookies. And wait, roaches! And then during one practice, broken glass is inserted into Gigi's ballet shoes, injuring her in the process. There's also an instance where she, June, and some children step into Gigi's bedroom only to watch as Gigi's butterfly terrarium, which she had kept as pets for company, is nailed to the wall. In a gruesome and heartbreaking scene, all 4 of Gigi's butterflies are killed and nailed to a board in her room with a sewing needle. Even the way I pictured the scene broke me. I love butterflies, and they are such strong points of symbolism for me. So how could somebody just murder something like that? There's accusations that June did it, or Bette did it. At least Eleanor comes clean and reveals to Gigi that she was the one manipulated by Bette to plant photos of Bette and Alec, as well as send the poisoned cookies and roaches to poor Gigi. But like I said, the other more gruesome pranks, nobody knows who has done it. The pranks Gigi receives and the extreme stress she feels from them cause June to warm up to her. After her foot injury, June spends days caring for who she once saw as her rival, now her lifelong friend at the conservatory. While looking after Gigi, June would spend time in between looking through her mother's things, trying to find out who her real father is. She ends up finding old letters addressed to her mother from a mystery sender only known as Dom or Dominic. So it gets, that it's really bad and that Gigi has suffered enough that even June, who was supposedly an antagonist at first glance, is now the one caring and looking after her, in a sense that they end up becoming best friends because June genuinely worries about Gigi. In a heated confrontation between Alec and June, who accuses her of actively trying to sabotage Gigi, Gigi stands up for June and demands Alec's father do a better job at finding out the culprit. Your father's Dominic Lucas, Gigi would say. The name alone strikes a nerve for June as she realizes because her father was a famous dancer at some point. Mr. Lucas may as well be her long-lost father. What? Although Alec and June wouldn't know this, Alec might be her half-brother all this time. We're down to the last chapters of the book in which the show for Giselle happens. After a successful performance, all students are invited to a ball and banquet wherein for the very first time, all three of our protagonists seem to get along with one another, albeit with liquid courage and mean comments. Bette drunkenly confesses to Will that she will make this an evening to remember. We find out in a turn of events that when the students leave the venue and are about to cross the street, somebody pushes Gigi into a busy road and a car runs over her. Jesus Christ, this novel's got darker than I have expected. In a montage, the ballet school closes down and all students who were present during the event are interrogated by police. Nobody knows who pushed Gigi into the road, although all leads still point to Bette. The story ends in a dramatic cliffhanger when, in a new performance, June, the new lead, spots a familiar face in the crowd. Cassie Lucas has returned, and she is out for revenge. Dun dun dun! Oh. I was gonna do like a dramatic reaction, but then my phone fell down because I'm just using like a small phone stand to hold it, and I'm stacking it on top of my pencil holder. So that is the whole book. And yeah, holy shit, this book wrecked me. Yes, there is a sequel called Shiny Broken Pieces, and I want to read it. I can't wait to read what happens next, and never have I wanted a sequel more in my whole life. Cassie's return shocks June. I had the initial impression that, yeah, like I said, she's gonna be an antagonist, but after her tragic backstories were revealed, I sympathized with this character. I believe Cassie will be the foil to June's transformation into a major antagonist in the second novel. What I liked about this story is how diverse the characters are. There's just such a huge important cast to remember and keep track of that each provides unique voices of narration. Specifically, Bette, June, and Gigi stand out among other characters in the story that, as a reader, you really can't tell who you're supposed to root for. There are multiple cycles of manipulation as each girl hides dangerous secrets and makes you switch sides most of the time. The story also explored various mature themes such as understanding gender and sexuality. It tackled themes of racism and discrimination, especially given that Miss Donielle Clayton is a woman of color. She has collaborated with other Black authors like Angie Thomas, who is the author of The Hate You Give, and Nicola Yoon, who wrote Everything Everything and The Sun is also a star. Miss Sona Karai Potra, again, I'm sorry for butchering these names, is also of Indian descent, which makes their dynamic together as authors unique and allows for more diverse voices in the young adult book industry. The imagery presented in this book also leaves you shocked and almost terrified. From the cover art and plot summary alone, I knew that this would be the type of book that would leave you haunted and shivering for days. So when I first picked up this book at the book box, from the cover art alone and the description, I already had an idea that it was going to be some sort of psychological thriller, and I guess it is in the sense that maybe it doesn't necessarily impact us psychologically, but it is definitely a thriller. Graphic imagery such as literal glass slippers and dead butterflies can provoke fear in younger readers, especially those not yet fully exposed to the macabre. Lastly, I really like how they wrote about mental disorders and medical conditions. All were portrayed accurately, especially Korean American June. Yes, I am aware of issues concerning the Korean music industry, particularly of K-pop singers and body image. I also know a few people close to me that battle heart diseases. Shout out to my cousin Ate Chai and to my fellow sociology major, Marian Chan. Hi! You are both so strong and such lovely ladies. Again, this book was the wildest read I had picked up under the young adult genre. I hope you guys enjoyed this entry as much as I did writing it. And that concludes the 4th installment of Mars Finds. So about 2 more blog posts most likely. And I will be writing the 2025 edition of A Year in Pages. So if you're still following my book blog, quite literally on the last day of the year, or at least second to the last day of the year, I like to publish what I call A Year in Pages. which I guess is my own version of Spotify's Spotify Wrapped, wherein I talk about the best books or my favorite books that I got to read this year. So stay tuned, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'm so sorry that I'm filming this at such a late period of time. I mean, like, it's already 10 p.m. as I film this, and I'm also filming like at the library as my backdrop again because I'm too lazy to like film in the bed. It's also easier to read from my computer when it's on my table as well as film here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in another episode of Peaches Reviews Pages. This was Marichua of the Mar Project. Oh, and also the holidays are almost up, so this might be my last video before or at least I'll have one more video after this before the holidays. So advance Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to those who are celebrating and recognizing it, and I hope you guys all have a prosperous new year. Bye guys! Also, I forgot to mention something that I noticed about this book is that when I picked this up, it's also relatively still new. It just has a few little yellow pages, and it does smell good. Then again, anything that is published under the Harper Teen Publishing smells good. Like, I have a few books there from stuff from like The Selection by Kier Cass, The Jewel by Amy Ewing. So I have like a few good books that, as long as it's under Harper Teen, they are guaranteed to smell really good. Anyway, something I noticed about this book is that there's a photo card that is inside of this. I guess it was used as a bookmark. So it is of this guy. I feel like I've seen him somewhere, but I can't remember. Where I saw him. But anyway, there is a random photo card inside. So to the original owner of this book, I hope you're not missing the photo card of this good-looking guy in a tuxedo too much. Besides that random photo card, there's also random page markers that the former owner of this book left. Like the ones here. There's another one. It stops like... No, it doesn't actually stop. It keeps going. Like, there's more here. So I didn't remove these so I could kind of like preserve and leave the book as it was when I first picked it up. There's another one here. So there's a lot of them, almost in every chapter. So yeah.